The Okefenokee Swamp is 438,000 acres. The majority is protected as a National Wildlife Refuge. It is the largest blackwater swamp in North America. It is also the origin of the Swanee River, and so the state park takes its name from the song's writer.
Hello folks. We are at the Stephen Foster State Park in Georgia. It's in the middle of the Okefenokee Swamp. And it is a really cool state park. And whoever was in this particular campsite in the past left Aquila a stick right on the picnic table. So he has found it. Give me the stick. Out. Just the kind of stick he likes. But unfortunately we're on a campsite that's right next to the path to the bathrooms. So there's a lot of traffic going by here. Go lay down. And so we have to keep him on leash, so you can see the leash in the back of me. It's Wednesday, so the campground's only about half full. It's a very long drive to get in here. It's 15 miles on 441 through what you're pretty sure is like swamp or national forest or something. Straight as an arrow, flat as a pancake for about 15 miles. Then you turn and go 7.5 miles to the state park on another absolutely flat, absolutely straight road. So it's pretty cool. But we're gonna get up, we're set up, and we're gonna grab the car and just give you a quick drive through of the campground, and then we'll show you what else is in this park. This park has a lot of everything. Stay tuned, we'll show you what's around. So this is our campsite number 4, and as I said, it's right next to the trail to the comfort station, the bathrooms and showers, so that'll be convenient in the morning, but right now it's pretty busy with people. Although it's half empty. There's my neighbor across the street, and my neighbor next door across the street again, and then there's all the campsites are pretty much the same. They're nice little dirt campsites, sandy, not too big, not too small, and they have full electric and water. And I don't know what this little thing is for. I think that's to turn the water on and off. I don't think that's like a waste pipe. Here's site 35, and it's almost the size of a double site for some of the other campgrounds we've been to. 34 is like a normal back-in campsite. These are all back-ins. They're all, here's 37, which is right against the drive-throughs on the other road. 36. And here's 39 with a whole bunch of tents. Orange tents, no less. 38's a nice size site, just not very deep. They have a nice bathroom, just like ours. And the trash is here at the bathroom. It's the only trash in the place. We had to walk quite a ways with a bag of poop. They do have a laundry room with washers and dryers. Not as nice as where I did my laundry the other day, but they're $1.50, so they're cheap and they're nice. They're big loads. The bathrooms are typical showers and toilets and sinks and stuff. Not too dirty. And here is 43, 44, 45. These sites seem a little bigger, longer, deeper. Still fairly close, but not, there's a lot of vegetation between them. They're all pretty much the same campsites. They're fairly high and dry, surrounded by swamp. So choose wisely. It's you come here for the swamp. The bugs are significant, so don't worry about the bugs. They do sell the thermocells. Let's go past these are the pull-through sites on the road in. What sites are these? We're going the wrong way, of course. 59, 60, 61. Here is the dump station. Here's these are the cottages they have at the park, and they are pretty impressive. They're big. I don't know how much they have for facilities inside them, but it would appear they have everything from bathrooms and kitchens and everything. Got 9 cottages. The park rents motorboats and canoes and kayaks if you want to experience the swamp the way the swamp should be experienced. Unfortunately, here comes somebody back through the swamp with one of the motorboats. Unfortunately, pets are prohibited in all watercraft, so Akila couldn't go. This is the Trembling Earth Nature Trail. We're trying to get on it early in the morning to see stuff that might be up. And this is almost a half-mile boardwalk. So let's see what we can find in here. We hear a lot of screaming, hooting, and howling. So we'll see. So this boardwalk is way up in the air. It looks like a pretty old boardwalk. They've got places that make a lot of noise when you walk over it. I imagine it's at a height that the alligators can't get to. But we're right in the middle of the swamp. And it is spooky. We wanted to come at night, but they put the gate up. And now it's morning. And we're pretty much engulfed in clouds. Not really fog. There's no fog down low. It's just the sun isn't coming through. But this is the Okefenokee swamp. The whole thing is pretty much like this. There are canals and waterways through it. And I don't know if those are natural or if those were dug by loggers a long time ago. You can see the trees are not very old. They're all skinny little trees. And that's because cypress was a pretty good wood. A flock of something just took off. This is the distant swamp. We're in the trees. And out there is the open plain swamp. It's pretty neat. Some of the oaks haven't lost any leaves there. I don't know what that is actually. It's not an oak. There's the open swamp. Goes on forever. Can you imagine canoeing through this? There's some little animals down in there, peeking their heads up and down. Probably turtles. Now they have signs all over the place that say, "Be bear aware." Now I can't imagine a bear living in a swamp, which is kind of like bizarre. They have these little white boards every now and then, and I guess they have numbers on them. That one says number 8. So it must have some kind of a, see, there's a stump from the old cypress when they logged it. So it was, heavily logged. And damn, it's closed from here on in.
Wonder if alligators know how to walk upstairs. No, Akila. No. It's the day after Christmas or so, and it's about 75 degrees here. Humidity's about 80%. There's a stork up in a tree. Where is he? Right there. You can hear the rat-tat-tat of woodpeckers everywhere. I mean, they're just in all directions. This would be an awesome place to have a high-powered scope. Stay. Way out there, I believe that's a kingfisher. This would be the perfect place to make a scary movie. All the moss hanging down from the trees and going through these tight little channels and stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh no. Here comes a place with chainsaws. This is the pine forest in the swamp, and it's got a sign about logging in the swamp. 1899 to 1930, approximately 500 million board feet of lumber were cut out of the swamp. Cypress was the main tree sought, but pines and hardwoods were also harvested, all with hand saws. 500 miles of rail track was laid in pilings and corduroy roads located through the swamp.
We're supposed to be getting a new one. I'll be glad when we do. What, new credit card things? Yeah. We're gonna be updating, maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right. Maybe I don't know about all of you. We might be getting a tap thing.
Well, folks, so that's a fairly fast and furious visit to the Okefenokee Swamp and the Stephen C. Foster State Park in Georgia. This is a really neat place, and I've been talking to people walking around with the dog, and everybody's real friendly, and everybody's telling me about all the wildlife they've seen: bobcats, foxes, you know, all sorts of woodpeckers and owls and things like this. This is a pretty neat place. It is a state park in the middle of the wildlife management area. It's a wilderness area, so it's protected, and you get the boat rides all through the swamp and stuff. I probably could have left them in the trailer with the air conditioner on, but I originally just didn't have the time. When we got here, it was they bring the boats in at 5, so we didn't have time to do that. I did not get the price of the boats. The line for the boats was too long, but I'm sure it's on the website. If you go to the Stephen Foster State Park. There's also a Stephen Foster Visitor Center, and there's also a Stephen Foster Park in Florida. So Stephen Foster wrote the song Down Upon the Swanee River. So he's got a couple of parks all along the river. The river goes all the way from South Carolina, I believe, through Georgia and into Florida. So there's parks with his name on it along the way. So make sure you get the right one if you're looking on the web page. But glad you came along on me. Thanks for coming. Subscribe if you haven't. We got a lot more coming up. The 2022 is a new year, new plans, and we're going to be getting out farther and further and more. So check me out. Subscribe. Click the bell. Leave me a comment. How'd you like this park? Should I have brought an alligator home? I think so. I think that would have been fun. The stuffed alligators were $22, so we didn't get one of those. I figured the real ones were probably cheaper. We just get a little one. Anyways, thanks for coming along. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
were thinking of going swim in here, but there's too many logs in the water. We're in the place where they rent the motorboats. I think this is fake, so I'm going to stand on him, okay? There are a lot of alligators in this swamp. I don't know if I'd want to fall in the water. He's not real big, but he's big enough.